Salut everyone, c'est moi, Elisabeth, and in today's video I am going to be reacting to the highly requested weigh-in video from Amberlynn Reid. I'm optimistic, but I'm also worried because I'm afraid she might be possibly telling us she has now reached 600, which I really hope that's not the case, but we shall find out. Let's go.
Hey guys, so welcome to my video. Before anything goes down, I just want to let you guys know I'm not having the greatest day. I woke up with a sore throat. I feel a little bit dizzy. I think I'm catching a cold, which is weird because it's summertime. I don't know, I don't hear about many people like being sick in the summer. I know I have allergies, but this feels a little bit different. And yeah, so that kind of sucks and I'm pretty much dreading that, but I just wanted to say hello, welcome to my video. Okay guys, so before I get into like the main point of this video, I just want to let you guys know there will be a comment of the day at the end because I heard you guys loud and clear. You guys really enjoy comment of the day. The only
Wait, we really enjoy the comment of the day when just what? Week and a half, 2 weeks ago, you were saying the comment of the comments were making you feel really bad, in a really bad place, were giving you thoughts of potential suicidal ideation. Why are you still doing the thing with the comments unless it's just to simply to troll your audience or to try to manipulate us? It doesn't make any sense. If this is something that is triggering your mental health and making you feel bad and not want to do whatever it is you're doing, then stop with the comments or stop with the comment of the day, because they're not always going to be good, obviously. But you don't have to keep subjecting yourself to that if that's truly something that's making you feel bad. I wish I understood her logic, but I really don't. And honestly, I think this is just a way to continue to troll and manipulate us. That's just how I feel.
The time I'm not gonna do those is when it's more so like strictly the video is a sit down video.
No offense, but all of your videos are sit-down videos. You're pretty much always sitting down and talking to the camera, and you pretty much identify all of your videos as a vlog, so that doesn't really make any sense.
Normally, I probably wouldn't do it with like a weight loss update unless it was a vlog. To me, I consider sit down videos and vlogs to be a little bit different. It's weird, it's confusing in my head, but for sure in vlogs I will continue doing them since you guys enjoy them. More so like one subject sit down videos where it's all just like one shot and there's like no random clips within it. I don't think I'll do them then because it just doesn't really, I don't know, I guess it doesn't make sense to me. Very requested that I do a highly requested weigh-in, and you guys have requested that I step on the scale fully clothed. You guys have requested that I have Becky film it.
Okay, yes, a weigh-in has been, I believe, highly requested by a lot of your audience, but all this stuff about making sure that Becky films it, that you're fully clothed, this, that, and the other, I personally do not believe that you are faking your weigh-ins. I am not one of those people who believes that. So, you know, if you want to do a weigh-in and you don't want to show us everything, then fine. I have no problem with that. I do not believe that any of your weigh-ins have been faked. I think that's just going a little bit too far. But, you know, if that's what you want to do to satisfy your audience, then you can do that. But me personally, I do not believe that she has been faking her weigh-ins. I think they are pretty much legit.
But I do want to talk a little bit about, I guess, for new subscribers, my highest weight. I want to talk about kind of what I'm doing now, if I'm on track or not. So first things first, hi. I know a lot of you have been on my channel for a long time. My highest weight is 572.4. In the last, I want to say, over a year, I have gained about 100 pounds, 90 something.
Why does this feel like a disclaimer to protect herself in the event that when she does this weigh-in, it's proven that she's reached 600 pounds? It's just the way she's going on about, hi, this is what my heaviest was, so on and so forth. It's almost like, are, are you setting us up for a fall? Are you setting us up to discover that we were right all along, that you really are at 600? And if so, girl, what are you doing to fix it? What are you doing to address it? And if that is the case, I hope that you do something soon.
I remember last summer, I'm pretty sure, I'm really bad at timelines, I was about in the 480s. And yeah, so my mental health has gone completely downhill in the last, year and a half. It's just been really bad. It's been a struggle, and I finally am trying to really work on that. I'm on a mood stabilizer and I'm seeing someone, and it's actually helped my mood a lot.
Okay, I really wish you would stop bringing your mental health into this. While I agree with what you're saying, that yes, you do need to address the mental side of your problems and what you're going through, I wish you would stop in practically every video bringing up how you have mental health issues, how you're on a mood stabilizer, how you're doing this, how you're doing that. It makes it seem like you are trivializing this whole issue of mental health, that it's no big deal. I mean, yeah, I'm doing this and I have this and I'm going through this, but then you make it look like it's no big deal. And it is a big deal, especially when you look in hindsight to what you did about 2 weeks ago with your goodbye video. And well, I don't want to say that it's a bad thing to be addressing your mental health. That is a good thing. But to constantly bring it up and to bring up that concept, it just really leaves a bad taste in my mouth, because I am reminded of what you did 2 weeks ago. I am reminded of how you practically slapped us all in the face with your mental health issues, and essentially blamed us for how you were feeling, and made us think that you were in a very bad place, that you were possibly going to harm yourself. I mean, it was ridiculous. And I'm sorry. I am over hearing about how you're bipolar, how you're depressed, how you're going to a therapist, no, not a therapist, a psychiatrist, and you're on a mood stabilizer, and you're and this, that, and the other. And just keep that to yourself. Stop. It seems to me like you're using it as a crutch. You use it as a crutch in order to validate what you're doing and how you act. And that's not what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be trying to get better. You're supposed to be trying to improve yourself, to make yourself well. Not just use it so that now, oh, well, I have an excuse now, so you can't get mad at me if I do ABC because I'm bipolar, I'm depressed, I'm on a mood stabilizer. I am not trying to sound like a terrible person, which might be how I sound right now, but that just really rubs me the wrong way, especially as someone who has had her own experience with mental health issues and has had her own experience when it comes to those dark thoughts and clinical depression and panic anxiety disorder. Coming from that experience, what you are doing really, really rubs me the wrong way. Okay.
So I know a lot of people say like food addiction and binging is very mental, and to heal from that and to work on that. You really do need to work on your mental before you try to work on the food aspect. So I am currently doing the mental part before I work on the food. I will say I try to eat less. I have days where I do eat more and it's a slip up. I overeat and I binge. And then I have days where I eat less. So I'll lose a couple pounds, I'll gain it back. I'll lose a couple pounds, I'll gain it back. And it honestly just depends on what I eat. So it's very much like back and forth. It's frustrating to me that I can't just keep losing, but that's not the scale's job, that's my job.
Okay, I will agree with you with what you just said there. It is not the scale's job, it is my job. I think that is one of the most truest statements I've ever heard you say in, I would almost go so far as to say the entire time that I have been watching you, which has been a little over a year. It's not the scale's job, it's my job. And I think this is something that you really need to take to heart. This is not you having an epiphany, okay? I do not believe that you're having an epiphany here, because you are well aware and you have made it quite clear in your videos and in your interactions with your audience that you are aware that you need to lose weight, that you need to make better choices, that you need to take better care of yourself. This is not something new to you. You are completely aware of this. But I think this is the first time you have truly said something that, yes, I completely agree with this statement, and you need to do more with this statement than just simply say, it's not the scale's job, it's my job. No, you need to internalize this and apply it. It is your job. This is what you need to do. Now, what are you going to do about it? That's where everything falls apart. Because once you make that statement and you make that beginning, you don't move forward. You just stagnate. You stagnate. You're like a creek that doesn't run, and it just stagnates and grows algae and just, doesn't do anything. You need to become that moving, running river. I'm making a terrible analogy here, but that is what you need to do. Okay? You've said it, you understand it, you're aware of it. Now what are you going to do about it? Okay.
And obviously I need to eat less to do that. And I just feel, I don't want to say I feel proud of myself, because I hate saying that, because I should only be proud of myself if I'm losing weight. But I want to say that I am becoming proud of myself, because I really am. I feel so different, being on the mood stabilizer for however long it's been now. It's been months, and just really trying to be in tune with myself. And I have been doing a lot more digging deep with my food addiction, and I have learned so much about myself. Maybe I could open up about that more in a future video. I've learned so much more about myself.
Okay, wait. Maybe I could open up more about what I've been delving into with my food addiction, mental health issues, and so forth. Okay. If you were doing it as a way to help others to understand what they're going through, if you were doing it as a way to, better yourself and better others, I might encourage this. But my mind automatically goes to the only reason you want to do it is because you want the views. You don't really care about your audience, about who you manipulate. And in some ways, I don't really think you care about yourself, because if you are having these mental health issues, the last place you should be giving them out to is a social media platform that's open to the entire world. Take some time, work with your psychiatrist, get a therapist, actually, find a counselor, psychologist, whatever the correct term is that you need, get that individual on your health team. Get a nutritionist, dietitian. They're the same thing. I apologize. I'm not aware. Get a trusted physician. Get your team together so that you can address all the issues that you need to address. And if that means taking a break from YouTube and not posting videos for 2, 3 months, whatever, that's when you come back and then you share with us what you did, what you went through, how you're doing, and you're not constantly what we consider as trolling us, because you keep wanting to bait us with these promises of how, well, I'll talk about this, maybe I'll talk about that, and I'll open about this. It's like, no, stop baiting your audience to follow you. This is, you minimalize the concept of mental health, and you're almost, I don't know if this is the correct wording to use, but you're almost adding to the stigma of mental health. What are others who are going through some of the same things that you have or have other mental health conditions? What are they supposed to think when they see you doing these things online? How is that going to impact them? You not only have a responsibility to yourself, you have a responsibility to your audience. And I really wish that you would leave your mental health out of it, because I can't imagine that this is something that should be shared on such a wide platform. And I also really question do you discuss this with your psychiatrist? Like, is this something that you talk about with her? Does she know about who you are on YouTube, who you are perceived as on YouTube? I'm curious to know what she would think about all of this. Or do you keep that piece to yourself and just focus on other things? Because I can't imagine that your psychiatrist would think this is a good idea either, for your mental health. So I
have learned more about food addiction and why people are addicted to things. It has been eye-opening. It has been hard because I have to reflect so much on my past. And for me, that's like probably the hardest part of it all. And to know that addiction is mental, it's not something you choose. Because for the longest time, like, I blamed myself. I'm like, oh my God, why am I a food addict? Why am I addicted to food? But it's like not my fault. But the steps to heal from that and the steps to stop being addicted, obviously this is going to be something I deal with forever, but the steps to overcome this, that's up to me, and that is something that I'm currently working on, and it's very much in the background of things. I am trying my hardest not to talk so much about these things, and
you're trying your hardest not to talk about these things. You're trying your hardest not to talk about these things. Oh, so many expletives right now. You talk about these things, as you put them, in practically every single video. So this is not something you're keeping to yourself. You have been keeping us well abreast of your mental health situation, making sure that we are aware that you are bipolar, that you have this personality disorder, that you have a food addiction, that you are on a mood stabilizer, that you're seeing a psychiatrist. You make a point to bring this up in practically every video. So keeping this to myself and not talking about it, my ass. This is one of the reasons why I get so frustrated, because you are trivializing this whole thing. It's like it's a game to you. because you can talk about this in an open environment and nobody can say anything because, hey, I'm bipolar, I have this, I have that, I'm on this medication, I'm on that medication, so you can't say anything about me, so if you do, you're a bad person. No, you why do you make it seem like you are held hostage by your audience, that you blame us for what you're going through? And then you make it sound like I'm only doing what I'm doing because you guys want me to. No, we are not holding you hostage. We are not what is forcing you to do what you do and the actions and the behaviors that you partake in. This is not our fault. You choose to do this. You do this. So I go.
I'm trying my hardest not to talk so much about my weight now because I do want people to see that I am more than that. I do have more to my life and to my YouTube channel than just that. But there will still be videos like this. But I just want people to see that not everything needs to be upfront, because this is a very hard subject for me, and learning so much about myself and about food addiction has been really rough.
If your YouTube channel is more than just your weight loss, or as many have coined it, your weight gain since you've started, you need to make that clearer, okay? If you do not want to be consistently known as the girl on YouTube trying to lose weight, then you need to make that change, okay? If you don't want that to be part of your YouTube presence, then take it off of your channel. Remove it completely. Focus on what you need to do, what you want to do. If all you want to do is show us your life, fine. But you don't want to talk about your weight? Fine. Then take it off your channel. Quit bringing it back just because it's quote unquote highly requested. That doesn't mean that you have to do it. Again, we are not holding you hostage. Okay? You are not in captivity of your audience. We did not do this. You are doing this to yourself. And why are you doing it? You're doing it for the views. You're doing it for the money. I really hate saying that, because when I first found Amberlynn, I really did not want to believe some of these horrible things that I was hearing about her, because I saw so much of myself in her struggle, what she was going through as an obese woman. It's like I connected. And when I heard about reaction channels and commentary channels and things that were being shared, that were really terrible about her, I thought they were making fun of a fat woman. At first, I did. I thought they were making fun of a fat woman. Why am I getting these recommendations to watch these people when they're these awful, cruel, terrible people making fun of this girl who's just trying to lose weight? And then I really started paying attention to what she was putting out and how she would twist things to manipulate her audience. And, you want to make it look like we're holding you hostage. I think you're holding us hostage is what happens. Because once we get pulled in, we can't get back out. And it's, I don't know if that's a correct way to put that analogy, but that's almost what it feels like. You're holding us hostage. And we can't break away. We can't break out. Why is that? I don't know. Why am I still viewing? I have hope. I want to have hope. But at the same time, you're doing things that should not be done. And as an obese woman myself, I don't like what you're doing. And I came to you as a supporter in the beginning. And now I am frustrated. And I think this needs to be put out there, that it's not just the action commentary people are just, making fun of a fat woman. No, it's more than that. It is so much more than that. And The more I see what you do to your audience, I think the more I understand. And the more that I appreciate the community that the reaction and commentary channels have created. Not all of them. There are some that will go in very hard and are very rude and disrespectful. And I don't pay attention to them because I'm not here for that. I am here for calling you out on the misinformation that you provide, the manipulation that you do, the potential self-harm, not only to you, but to others that you are putting out on a social media platform that I think needs to be addressed. Okay, rant over.
I'm gonna be honest. So I would love to come on here and say, eating really healthy, but it's not true. Like I said, I'm very back and forth. One day I'll do great, next day I won't. And that's why I'm gaining, losing, gaining, losing. So I'm gonna put actually my weigh-in right here where Becky films me stepping on the scale. So I just wanna show, for me to like hold on to something, I have to like reach over a lot like this. So I won't be like, I know there's rumors of me.
I understand why she's showing us these things, why she's showing us leaning over, touching the stand to show, if I was doing that, this is what I have to do, and it doesn't work that way. I don't believe she's faking her weigh-ins. I believe they are legit. If they're off a couple pounds, that's not really a big deal. So I do not believe she is faking these. I believe her when she says whatever weight she is, that's the weight she is, as whenever she does these weigh-ins. So while I understand why she's doing this for the quote-unquote haters and for the people that do all their detective work to see just how she's leaning or what the shadows are doing and everything, I just think that's going a little too deep. So I do not think she's faking her weigh-ins.
Hold on to things and whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna turn on the scale. You just tap it like so. I'm gonna try not to show my feet because I don't like feet. Ready. I'm gonna step on.
Okay, I just wanted to mention something. I see a lot of comments where people have mentioned something about why do you keep pulling on your clothes, and I'm obese too, and I know what it feels like for my clothes to not feel comfortable. I mean, not to say they don't necessarily fit me, but to not feel comfortable in my clothes. And I would, very routinely pull on my t-shirts, on my blouses, on my dresses, because I was so embarrassed about how much my stomach would show through the material. Not that you could see my skin, but that you could see the rolls of my body. And I was so self-conscious about that I had it in my head that if I just kind of pulled on it, kind of smoothed it out a little bit, every so often, it would take away from people being able to see my rolls so clearly. So I understand why she does that. So for those people who, why do you keep pulling on your clothes, blah, 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 I think that's why. Because I've done it myself. And granted, it doesn't really help with the situation of how tight the clothes are. It can make you feel a bit better when you're in those clothes.
564.2 pounds. I'm gonna step off. And that was the weigh-in that you guys have been wanting so bad. I told you I've been staying the same. That's better than gaining, but I do know that I need to lose weight. I know, I get it. So as you guys can see, I'm down about 8 pounds from
564.2 pounds. Okay, I believe it. I believe that is a true weigh-in, and that is her weight. So, okay, now what are you going to do about it?
my highest, which is no victory to me at all in the slightest. I just know a lot of people don't trust my weigh-ins, which I don't understand. I can't rig the scale, and I showed you guys physically me stepping on it. Becky filmed it. Like there was no faking it. I know a lot of people think that I'm over 600 pounds or that I used to be 600 pounds. No, I'm literally only down a measly 8 pounds. If I was ever over 600 pounds, I would love to sit here and be like, oh my God, I'm actually down like 36 pounds, like whatever it would be. Like, I would love to come on here and say that, because that would be amazing, because we all know I am sucking at losing weight. I'm letting my addiction and my binging win. And it's just, it's not good. It's not cute. It's not good. Like, I really am trying, like, with.
But why are you so blasé about it? You know, you're, I'm having trouble with losing weight. I'm working on it. You're not, you're not showing any kind of real emotion here. Like, you're just very blasé about it. Like, it's not a big deal. Do you not realize what kind of a position you are in? I mean, I have heard it mentioned by others that the fact that you are almost 600 pounds and are still mobile is quite a feat. From what I understand, once you hit, like, sometimes around like maybe 400 or close to 400 is when you can really start feeling those mobility issues. And the fact that you're still able to get around, you can still walk, albeit you're not bending your knees, but you can still move to go from one place to the other, granted for not a very long period of time, but the fact that you can still move is a really amazing feat. And that people are really concerned about you getting to that 600 mark, going over that 600 mark, because your body is going to fail you. And I kind of agree with that, because I mean, kudos to your body. I don't know how it manages to work with you the way it does, but it's gonna get tired. Your body is going to reach a point where it says, I have had enough. But when is it going to reach that point where you stop being so blasé and so la-di-da about your whole situation and really buckle down and do something about it? People are concerned about your mortality. People are concerned about you becoming bedbound. Are these not things that are in your head too? Are you not thinking about this? It's almost like you have this false sense of security of how, well, my body has done okay at 400. My body did okay at 500. My body's going to do okay at 600 because, heck, I'm still going strong, even though I'm, severely overweight. I'm having issues with walking. I can only walk straight for about 3 minutes. I can't bend my knees. I potentially have sleep apnea. But hey, I'll be okay. No, you've got to get out of this mindset that just because you've been okay, that your body is still hanging in there, that doesn't mean that you can just go ahead and just be, well, I'm just going to see how it goes. No, you need to start putting in the work to make yourself better, to get healthy, to lose weight, to save your life.
The mental, and I feel like everything is kind of like levels. That's like how I explained it to Becky when we started talking like really serious. Like, everything is levels. My first level was seeing a psychiatrist, then it was getting diagnosed, then it was trying different medicines, then it was working that medicine, then it was, all these things, and then they keep like a pyramid kind of, as people say, it, what's that saying? It didn't take a day to build Rome. What, babe, what's that saying?
Rome wasn't built in a day. Are you seriously going to use that as like a metaphor for yourself? Rome wasn't built in a day. Neither was your current situation. I mean, what are you really trying to say with trying to use that metaphor? Because Rome wasn't built in a day. Your body wasn't built in a day. The way you are now was not built in a day. This has been going on from I believe you've been on YouTube for about 6 years, 5 years. It has been going on for quite some time. So no, the building that is Amberlynn Reid was not built in a day. That is very true. Just as the building that is Amberlynn Reid will not be taken down within a single day. But stop trivializing the work that is going to be necessary to help you move forward. I swear, you just want to trivialize it. You just want to make fun of it. You just want to make light of it. This is not something to just be light and jovial about.
Called?
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Rome wasn't built in a day. Yeah, that's literally just kind of how it is. And I know a lot of people are gonna like disagree with that and be like, but you're dying. Like, I understand that completely, but I've done everything. I've literally tried doing a doctor's plan, didn't work. Counting calories don't work. Weight Watchers don't work. I tried to do a mock Jenny Craig thing recently. We don't even have to talk about that. That don't work. I've done vegan, don't work. Vegetarian. I've tried low carb. Like, none of it works. It's because up here.
No, no, and no. You have not tried everything. You have sampled. You tried the weight loss doctor's diet for, what was it, maybe about 12 hours? You did Optavia for about a day and a half, maybe two. This whole, I've tried being vegan, I've tried being vegetarian, I've done this, I've done that, I've done Weight Watchers, I've done calorie counting. No, you have not seen anything through. You try it for maybe a day or two and then decide it's too hard and then you give up. You want it to be easy, it's not going to be easy. This takes work. It takes effort. You can't just simply sit around and just la-di-da your way to a slimmer, fitter you, okay? That this is not some late night infomercial where you just wear this belt around your gut and it just automatically melts the pounds away. No. You have to put in the work. You can't sit there and say, well, I've tried everything and nothing works. No, because your record on YouTube is proof that you have not done anything. You have sampled, you have planned, but have you put it into action? No. I think the only thing that you have remained consistent on, and that's if I believe you, is your mood stabilizer. If you're truly taking that, okay, great. You've been consistent with that. Wonderful. But that is not going to help you with your issues, with your weight, with your body. You have got to put in the work. It is not going to be easy. Weight loss takes work. It is uncomfortable. It is not fun. You will have to eat stuff that you don't want to eat. That's the way it is. You can't just simply sit back and expect it to just all go away. It's not going to happen that way. But if that's what you truly think, if you think that everything is just one day you're going to wake up and everything is going to be perfect, that's not going to happen. You're so far gone. You are so far gone. You said earlier, it's not the scale's job, it's my job. You need to internalize that because that is your job. Saving your life is your job. And you need to put it into action before it's too late.
Up here isn't working, so up here we're gonna fix this, and I just need to do something different. People always tell me do something different, so now I am. So I don't really have anything else to say in this video, so I'm just gonna end it now. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
So guys, she did the weigh-in. She's at 564.2. And she says she's going to focus on the mental, which, okay, great. I guess that means you're still going to be seeing your psychiatrist, which I hope you are. If you are on a mood stabilizer and it's a prescription and you are taking it regularly, then I hope you are. I hope you're doing what your psychiatrist wants you to do. But your whole attitude about what needs to be done, you make it sound like you have a mental block. Your mental is keeping you from putting in the work that's necessary to start working toward your weight loss goals. When are you going to have that moment where you decide, this is it, I have had it, I am not going to go through this anymore, I am not going to be this weight anymore? When are you going to have that moment? From my own experience, you have to reach that point. I think maybe it's considered a click point, where it just clicks in your mind that no more. I am through with this, and I am going to do something about it. My click point was at 273 pounds. That was my click point. It's like, no, and no. This cannot continue. When are you going to reach yours? When are you going to understand that you have to put in more work than just simply taking a pill? A pill is not going to cure you. It is not going to heal you. You have got so much work that you need to put in order to make yourself better. And I really question whether or not she's going to hit that point, because she's just going to keep going on her merry way, because it's almost like she thinks it's funny, and it's not funny. It's hard work. It takes discipline. It takes effort. And I'm not sure you have any of those qualities. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up and comment down below. If you enjoy my content, please feel free to subscribe by hitting the subscribe button. If you would like to be notified each time I upload, please set your bell notifications to on. Thanks again so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you next time. If you would like to reach out to me via social media, you can follow me on Instagram at Elisabeth Domdechat. Thanks again so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. A bientôt!